Back in the early years of Nickelodeon, around the year of 1984, the network had been struggling, losing over $10 million. They really hadn't had another hit show since Pinwheel, and they were having a difficult time maintaining viewership. The network would hit rock bottom, finishing dead last among all U.S. cable channels. After firing all management staff, MTV Network's president, Bob Pittman, turned to Fred Seibert and Alan Goodman. They were the heads behind MTV's boom in the 80s, and they were tasked to reinvigorate the Nickelodeon Network. What came in the next decade was what many people describe to this day as the Golden Age of Nickelodeon, 90's Nickelodeon.
Great Scott! I'm here with my friends. Nickelodeon, get over it. It's time. It's time for the network of
Nickelodeon. On June 7th, 1990, Nickelodeon would open Nickelodeon Studios in Orlando, Florida.
Greetings, nickel idiots. The adults who find fun unbearably lonesome will see to it that your little repulsive studios will never open, won't we? Just wait!
Anyway, like I was saying, just sit back, hide the remote control, and take a look at the new place where you belong. Live from Orlando, Florida, it's the amazing 3-hour Nickelodeon Studios opening day celebration. Here is Mark Summers.
Welcome to the Nick Studios, ladies and gentlemen. We are live. First time in 11 years we're doing a live broadcast on Nickelodeon, and it means we are coming to you from our new home right here in Orlando, Florida.
This was a hybrid production facility and attraction that could be visited at Universal Studios Orlando Resort. In the 90s, many of the network's sitcoms were filmed there. On August 15th, 1992, the network began a primetime block called Snick. This would fundamentally change the network forever, because the wave of programming I mentioned in my first Rise of Nickelodeon video had arrived.
Your day.
Saturday.
And your night.
Nick!
Nick is Saturday Night Nickelodeon.
Guaranteed to turn your viewing into action viewing.
Woohoo!
Nick stays up late every Saturday to bring you your favorite shows on your favorite night.
Wow, what's that?
Hey, look, it's on.
It's time for Snick.
Let Nick transform your Saturday night every Saturday night at 8/7 Central only on Nickelodeon.
Nickelodeon programming exploded with hit after hit. We had programs like Are You Afraid of the Dark, which was a Canadian horror fantasy themed anthology series that was originally on YTV. It was picked up in 1991 by Nickelodeon and became a staple of the Snick programming block. Cult classics like Hey Dude, Salute Your Shorts, and The Adventures of Pete and Pete were early representations of what the network could be. But the network really came into its own when Clarissa began explaining it all. Clarissa Explains It All was a teen sitcom. It starred Melissa Joan Hart. She is a teenager who is dealing with typical concerns of adolescence: dating, school, annoying siblings, and learning life lessons. The show was on from 1991 till 1994 and had 65 episodes. Clarissa was a sitcom aimed at kids and teens and showed what smart teen programming could be. I personally credit this show with today's teen sitcoms being as popular as they are. Well, this show, and of course, the most infamous man in Nickelodeon's history, Dan Schneider. It's impossible to talk about 90's Nick without talking about Dan. He was behind many of the most popular shows on the network. Dan Schneider himself had a modest acting career. He was in Making the Grade, Better Off Dead, and The Big Picture. Schneider also played Dennis on the ABC sitcom Head of the Class, which is perhaps his most well-known role, as the show ran for 5 seasons. Dan Schneider had a hand in several of Nickelodeon's most popular programming, and his reign began in the 90s with 3 shows in particular. All That,
Fresh out the box. Stop, look and watch. Ready yet? Get set. It's All That.
Kenan Kel,
Here goes. Everybody out there, go run and tell your homeboys and homegirls it's time for Kenan Kel. You keep it laughing in the afternoon, so don't touch that dial on Read the Room.
and The Amanda Show. All That is an American comedy TV series that premiered in 1994. The show was essentially Saturday Night Live for kids and teens. It featured several recurring sketches, live musical performances, and launched several Hollywood careers. All That had recurring sketches like Vital Information,
And now, Lori Beth Denberg with vital information for your everyday life.
Nice desk. It smells like Danny. It's rude to go up to your school librarian and say, "Excuse me, but I'm looking for a book on why you're so ugly." Oh.
and of course, Good Burger.
Excuse me! I need a little help, please. Welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. Can I take your order? Looky here, snacky pants. My name is Lester Oaks, construction worker. You done already gave me my order about 10 minutes ago.
This show would go on to help propel the careers of Kenan Thompson, who is ironically enough still doing sketch comedy on SNL, and also heading a reboot of All That over 14 years later. It would also go on to help Nick Cannon's career that also began on the program, as well as a very young Gabriel Iglesias back in the day. Kenan Kel is an American teen sitcom that starred All That cast members Kenan Thompson and Kel Mitchell, and it premiered in 1996. The show received critical acclaim as well as being vastly popular. In 1998, it won Favorite TV Show at the Kids' Choice Awards, and Kenan and Kel were ranked number 39 and 40 on VH1's Top 100 Greatest Kid Stars. The show's premise was about 2 Chicago teens and the antics surrounding the 2 high school students, Kenan Rockmore and Kel Kimball. Kenan worked at Rigby's, which was a local grocery store, and Kel was his best friend. He was a clumsy, orange soda-loving friend. The themes of the show ranged from Kenan trying to cook up money schemes, the 2 and their issues in school, dating, and other teenage-relatable themes. The theme song was performed by rapper Coolio, and it was named Aw, Here It Goes, which was the opening phrase to the show yelled out by Kel during the monologue to the episode. The show had 62 episodes and a TV movie. It lasted 4 seasons from 1996 to the year 2000. Kenan and Kel solidified Dan Schneider as a showrunner, and Dan would follow the All That to Kenan and Kel formula and give another former cast member of the show a chance at their own spotlight. In 1999, The Amanda Show premiered. The Amanda Show went back to the roots of All That, with sketch comedy at the forefront, and it too featured an opening monologue where the star Amanda Bynes would address the crowd. The show was very unique because it mixed sketch comedy with somewhat of a fake real-life storyline, with the nerdy superfan Penelope who ran the fan website AmandaPlease.com. Another interesting side narrative was Moody's Point, which was a dramatic TV show parody within the Amanda Show universe, and it had an ongoing storyline over-dramatizing teen issues, as most actual teen dramas do, like the for example. The Amanda Show had great unique sketches as well. Some of the most memorable to me were the fake commercials. We also can't forget Totally Kyle, Hillbilly Moment, and The Girls Room as some of the most memorable and reoccurring sketches. The Amanda Show launched the careers of future Nick stars Drake Bell and Josh Peck, and propelled the overall movie and TV career of Amanda Bynes in the 2000s. But this series isn't quite ready to go there. I mean, we're barely scratching the surface of the 90s. No, any self-respecting Nick fan knows that this network was built on animation. This network was built off of the Nicktoons.
Nicktoons are more than just cartoons. They're dream tunes and scream tunes, drink tunes and stink tunes, sing tunes and swing tunes, scare tunes and bear tunes, cool tunes, drool tunes, old tunes, young tunes, happy tunes, sad tunes, joy tunes, mad tunes, dizzy tunes, dizzy tunes, speed tunes and eat tunes, in tunes, out tunes, bug tunes and glug tunes, snore tunes, gore tunes, war tunes and door tunes, more tunes, your tunes, Nick tunes, Nick tunes, Nick tunes. Watch Nicktoons, because a cartoon is a cartoon, but a Nicktoon is a tune on the only network for you tunes, Nickelodeon.
Noggle.
Verb. To see Nickelodeon in a whole new way.
Noggle goggle.
Noun. The special Nickelodeon glasses you need to see in Noggle Vision.
Wow.
An exclamation. To be used in a statement such as...
A week of new episodes of Alex Mack, Hey Arnold, Kablam, Rugrats, and Shelby Woo in Noggle Vision. Wow.
And it's hosted by me, Larissa. And me, Arnold. Wow.
No goggles yet? Get them in specially marked packages of these Craft Kids products or at participating Blockbuster video stores. Nickelodeon's 3D Noggle Vision starts this Monday at 8, 7 Central, only on Nick.
To have 6 issues delivered to your door, have a parent call this number. Nickelodeon Magazine. It's a lot of fun. All for $9.97. Jump on board.
And get into it.
If you think the Super Bowl is the only event to watch this weekend, think again. Because this Saturday, Nick's kicking off Super Snick. 4 quarters of hard-hitting, fast-paced, tough-as-nails TV.
My tummy hurts, Coach.
Super Snick's got Kenan Kel. 2 episodes of all that and a brand new Shelby Woo with a mascot you'll go nuts over.
Hi, kids. I'm Pearl the Squirrel.
So strap on your helmet and get ready for some down and dirty Snick. This week at 8, 7 Central, only on Nick.
Nick, 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 Nick. Nickelodeon.